single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hey, what's going on, my View crew? It's your girl Lex here, back for another YT video. So I want to say hey to all my kings, queens, and in-betweens. Today what we're going to do a review on is the MAC 24-Hour Studio Fix Concealer. If you don't know about them, they launched a new concealer, and I ran my little self down there and I picked it on up because I do love MAC. I do wear the foundations on occasions, but I want to tell you my little if you should or if you shouldn't buy their concealer. So if you want to hear this honest review, definitely stay tuned. But before you do that, make sure you hit subscribe and the notification bell so you know the next time Lex upload your honest review. Hey guys, thank you guys for staying tuned. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and jump into this MAC concealer review. Again, I have worn this product. I know I stated in other videos, I do not do first impressions. I feel that that's not helpful for you or to me, because I actually want to know how does it work throughout my work day with my skin type, and doing first impressions, I just don't know. We're going to go ahead and jump into this review. This is the MAC concealer. Here is the box itself. And this box is still full. It has the color that you chose here with the little MAC logo. This is a full container. 2 of them were purchased, and that's with own coins. They range in between $22 to around $23. I almost lost where it was at. Here is the concealer itself. And I hope you guys can actually see this. It has 24-hour on their logo, etc., etc. This is in the color, as you've seen, NC45. I'm going to go ahead and open it for you. This is the doe foot applicator. And I'll go ahead and swatch this on my hand so you can see it. This is what it looks like. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to the claims of this so you'll know exactly. And I'm just going to go in order from what I've seen on the website, and I did write it down, of course. It said that this concealer is for all skin types. It's a medium and full coverage. It's a natural matte finish. So although not oily or anything like that, it just has like a finished, soft, shiny matte, if that makes any sense. It has a smooth skin finish. It's 24-hour wear. It's non-setting. Non-setting mean is that you can put this concealer on and you don't have to set it with your Laura Mercier, your Sacha Buttercup. Once you actually apply it to the skin and it dries, that will be all that you would need to do. It says it's non-cakey, and it is true to its original color that you see within the tube, or better yet, on the package. So there is that combination there. Okay. And it's oil free. Oil free meaning that they haven't put oil in the process of creating the concealer. So let's jump into it. Is it 24-hour wear? Absolutely, I wouldn't know because I'm not wearing my concealer on a 24-hour basis. So if you're out there and you actually wore this concealer for 24 hours, please let me know. It might be a good, hang up, I can go on vacation with if I decide to wear it 24 hours. Who knows? Is it for all skin types? Quite possible, just depending on if you're a MAC fan and you don't really care what your skin type is and you want to wear it. Quite possible. Now, medium to full coverage is definitely a medium to full coverage, because applying one layer, that will give you that medium. And then you have the full coverage if you decide to put, 2 or 3 layers on the skin. When it comes to the natural matte finish, that's absolutely true. I did find it to be more matte than, a natural matte. Typically, when you tell me natural matte, that means some oils will kind of be within the foundation. It's not too shiny, but it still has like that gloss over it. And I guess that definitely depends on if you set it or not set it, which one that will become. I wore this concealer in the 2 different ways that they suggested. A non-setting form and also a setting form. When it comes to setting, I use the Sacha Buttercup, and I also use the Laura Mercier setting powder just to see how they will react to the powder itself. And I'll let you know more about that. It does glide on smooth on your skin with the wand. It may have like a skip every now and again, but it wasn't too bad to apply to the skin. The non-cakiness, I haven't, depends on how much you bake and if you're like a dry combination skin, then I think it can have the tendency to look a little cakey if you are putting a full coverage on top of it. It is true to its color, just like in the tube. And the reason why I bought this was because we all know they have the concealer in the glass. And I love that concealer. But when I purchased it and by any chance I just drop it, it breaks. And so all my product is gone. I can't kind of push it back in a package or anything like that because you'll get glass all in it. So that was one reason why I stopped buying the concealer. So when this came out, I was on board. I was on the MAC train like, woo woo, let me go ahead and get this concealer. But I do have my disappointments about this concealer. For one thing, as I showed you the wand on it, this wand is absolutely flimsy as hell. It is so small, and I'm trying to so you guys can see it. It is so small. Like, I was so irritated with this wand. There's not much fiber at the top of it as well, so you can actually blend out there. And I know you guys just like, oh, she just complaining. No, and I'm going to show you why I'm not complaining. So this is the MAC, and I'm going to put it up close. This is the MAC doe foot applicator. Now, I do use Revolution from Ulta, and I do use Tarte as well. And I'm going to show you their doe foot applicators. So this is the Tarte concealer, and this is how theirs look. Do you see how thick that wand is compared to this one? Do you see that? I'm not tripping. I'm trying to put this in my black background so you can see. And move it up a little bit. Let it focus. So this was so flimsy, it drove me crazy. And even though this is a higher brand, but you see that it does show you. And I'm going to show you the Revolution concealer too. And this is a thick width and has more fiber on the top of it than your MAC. So I felt like you cheated me, MAC. I said it. I felt like they cheated me with this wand. It was just, let's just say I was upset. We'll go with that. So I feel like they could have did a little bit better with that. It just didn't make sense to me how flimsy the wand looked in order, especially coming from MAC. Now, using the different setting powders did make a huge difference for me. This foundation will crease. I'm telling you right now, it's going to crease on you up under your eyes. If you're prone to creasing, if you set it, I don't care what you do to it, this is going to crease under your eyes, which I couldn't understand because MAC got some good foundations. Why y'all do me like that? Like, that concealer was bomb, but this is an absolutely hell to the fucking no when it comes to creasing. So just be aware of that. No matter, I don't think it matters what kind of setting powder you use, you're going to crease. Just get over it if you're going to use MAC and you love their brand, which I love their brand, but I hate this concealer. Another thing is, it said that it doesn't get cakey. Again, I did tell you in the beginning, not quite the beginning, that if you put on that full coverage and then you bake with it, it will get a little bit cakey under your eyes if you're dry under the eyes. I tend to be not really dry under the eyes, but more than dry than more than oily. More dry than oily, I should say. LOL. But you definitely will feel like it's getting a little cakey. I definitely think MAC missed the mark big time when it came to this concealer. I felt like it could have been way other uses. Even the packaging looks wonky if you ask me. And this is just my own personal review. Do I still love MAC for their foundations? Absolutely. Will I repurchase this? Absolutely not. The smoothing skin, the way it glides on, that's an absolutely yes for me. The setting is semi. When I used this without setting it, I still didn't like it then because it still creased up under my eyes. I think this is more of if you dark correct, spot corrector, if you do use that, this is what this reminds me of that it should be doing. It should be just used to fix your blemishes that you have and then put on your real concealer and your real foundation, because this just didn't come through for me. Overall, I will tell you to save your money when it comes to this concealer, only because it is not all what it should be coming from the MAC brand. I don't know if it was just a need to put out a concealer that was in a plastic tube or anything like that, but that's how I felt. So if you want to spend your $22, $23, definitely do. I'm definitely not a chance in hell. I'll go back to Revolution or my Tarte in order to have a better concealer. I think this was just packaged all wrong, and also the formula was all wrong. I definitely think they need a retry. So that is my review when it comes to the concealer. I'm pretty sure some people will love it. Myself, I hated it, and I'm not going to go back to it. Thank you for watching another video from your girl Lex. And if you're not part of my Viewcrew family, definitely hit subscribe and the notification bell. I'll give you those honest, upfront reviews, and you ain't got to worry about if somebody is actually telling you the truth. Bye.